Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're continuing on from part 1 of the video. I was going to do it all in one video, but I did not expect the first part to go for an hour long. But we're going to pick up from when we left off. So we just started. We have like about 4 piles and one other box set to talk about, which we'll get to in a minute. But we just talked about the box sets, the TV shows, and more movies and the Blu-rays. Now we have the rest of the Marvel films to go, not just MCU, but Marvel in general. We have DC / Ninja Turtles, and then we have Ninja Turtles / comedy, action, and musicals. And then here we have basically action, comedy, animated, and mystery-solving films, basically. And video game movies, because I can see it in the camera now. But here, so Incredible Hulk. Never seen this before. Out of the whole MCU, this and Thor: The Dark World I've never seen before. So I'm curious to check it out. Iron Man. Now, I grew up with this film. One of the first MCU films I saw, other than the first Avengers. I liked it when it came out. I liked it when I saw it, but I don't know. Gwyneth Paltrow, both in the film and on the cover, looks sexy as hell. This was before Gwyneth Paltrow got all weird. I like Gwyneth Paltrow in the MCU, but her whole thing now of the whole, like, her company Goop is just weird. But yeah, anyway, so there's that. Now here we're going back into my Spiderman collection. We already talked to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in part 1. Go check that out. So here we have Venom, go get him, I know what Venom, make a sound, go get him, Venom. I thought, the first time I watched it, I thought this was boring, but when I saw it the second time, I'm like, oh, this is actually fun. Like, it's boring for you parts, but it's fun. I'm like, Doctor Strange and X-Men Origins. But, yeah, so here we get into the actual Spider-Man stuff. So here we have Spider-Man Far From Home. I love this film. This is my favourite Spider-Man film in the MCU. I really enjoyed this film. And seeing it in the theatre, I saw it the first time with Luke, Jack, and his dad and my brother. It was so much fun. My Todd, Luke's father, wanted to go see it with my dad. I'm just like, one, he's not here, but 2. Okay. But here we have a crappy edition of Spider-Man Homecoming because it's scratched the hell. I can't even get most of the scratches undone. But there's that. So here, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. This film is boring. I don't like it. I want to try and stay awake for all of it, but because I want to see the final battle, the swinging part, there's just dumb. There are dumb, stupid parts in this film, but it's fun. So yeah, there's that. Alright, we're back. So, sorry about that, guys. Just talking to my dad. Here we have Spider-Man 3. I actually thought that this is an underrated film. No one likes it, but I do. The only thing that I find bad in it is Venom. If they had some sort of Venom from... If they had, I guess, higher budget for Spider-Man 3, and we had the actual Venom from the Tom Hardy movie, I'll be like, oh my god, this is the greatest Spider-Man film ever. And plus, it was one of the first Spider-Man films I've ever seen, other than the first one. So, Spider-Man 2, the Collector's Edition. All my Spider-Man collections, especially the Raimi trilogy, are all 2-disc, surprisingly. I used to have a black edition of this, where it would just be Spider-Man is up in the corner, Doc Ock's down in the corner, and Spider-Man 2. But I gave that to my friend because I'm still working on a present for him. It's taken me months to do those presents. So I really want to get these presents done because they're gonna be so good. They're gonna be so surprised. But yeah. I thought in this whole series, Kirsten Dunst is freaking hot in these. I will have a video coming soon that I'm kind of surprised. But the Spider-Man original movie, other than Spider-Man 3, this was the first one in my collection. So there's that. Hopefully this one's not as long as that last one, because I'm sorry if it does. This one's going to be jumping backwards and forwards, but you know what? Screw it. Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. I love this film. This film is really good. I prefer the third one, which we'll talk about the third one in a minute. But then we have the first one. The first one is alright. I like the grittiness. But there's something about the way that the turtles are. Like, I like the way that the turtles look, but we'll talk about it later, but the more modernized versions of the turtles I like more because they look more badass and it looks like that they can take on anything, and when they can't, you're just like, no! But, yeah. But these ones, at least they look like teenagers, but yeah. But here you go. Here's a very cool DVD that I got recently. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Haven't seen this yet. I won't do these with my mum. These are why I'm holding off on most of the DC films. But yeah, I'm excited to watch it. Hopefully it will give me the same feeling as Avengers Endgame when I saw it. I'm probably getting my hype a little too, I guess, high. But anyway, here we have Wonder Woman 1984. Wonder Woman 1984 is like it when I saw it in the theatre, but I thought something was off. It was boring at parts. It was especially boring till like that whole hour where you didn't see Wonder Woman doing Wonder Woman stuff. I'm like, okay, this is a good movie, but what the hell are you thinking? Like, Patty Jenkins. Patty, what were you doing, girl? Like, come on. I loved the Wonder Woman 1984, but come on. Now, another DC film I saw, Birds of Prey. I loved it when it came out. This was... Harley Quinn is now DC's Deadpool. Which... And not only is this DC's version of Deadpool, which I love, but also Margot Robbie is hot as hell in this, and Suicide Squad, which we'll get to in about 3-4 movies in. But yeah. And, okay, so the one downside that, when I saw this film, I didn't like the outfits that they gave Harley Quinn. I thought that the ones with the, the ones with the short shorts that kind of looks like underpants, I thought that was cool and sexy. I thought that was a cool redesign for a crazy, over-the-top Harley Quinn look in the animated series and the comics. But I do like that look. It's a classic look for Harley Quinn. They did use it in Suicide Squad, but one of my favourite looks for Harley Quinn is the one with the yellow kind of battle. I think it's battle suit. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, yeah. And I even like the one with the white shirt with the words all over it, but the one that she has on the cover, I thought, that one just doesn't look right to me. That's not really Harley Quinn. But here we have Aquaman. Luke, seriously. You keep telling me that this is good. I haven't seen it yet, but come on, bro. Like, Jesus. And now, here we have the Justice League. Get Justice League, because it's Joss Whedon and he sucks. Except for the first two Avengers films. So here we have Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman! I haven't seen this. Because I'm not a DC fan, but somehow I have all the DC films. Anyway, this was groundbreaking when it came out, because this was the first Wonder Woman film we've ever seen. Like, we had TV shows of Wonder Woman, we had the Linda Carter show, which I need to get on DVD, and we also had an unseen pilot of Wonder Woman, which the actress in that actually looks really good in that, but yeah, that one didn't really go anywhere. Here we have Suicide Squad, the first DC movie I've ever seen in theaters. I loved it when it came out. I'm going to put it up there because my phone's gone off. But, yeah, other than Harley Quinn, I thought that Deadshot was one of the best parts of the movie. Deadshot, Harley Quinn, El Diablo, like, yeah, I didn't mind Captain Boomerang that much either. I even didn't mind the Joker. Like, people wanted it to be exactly like Heath Ledger. It's like, oh, yes, Jared Leto can be the next coming to bloody Heath Ledger as the Joker. But when they saw it, it's like, oh no, it's not the same as Heath Ledger. That's the point. They want it to look like something in that it would exist in that kind of universe. Which the one in not Suicide Squad, but it's Justice League. I've only seen the trailers, but that fits in the realm of the DCU. It suits that film because it's darker, but because that one is silly, goofy, and wacky, and dark at the same time, that Joker works. Man of Steel, haven't seen it, but I will say this. I'm not a big fan of Superman, but I thought his outfit is cool. I thought he has some of the best superhero wallpapers. Yeah. Now, Superman Returns. I watched this recently. I thought it was alright. I didn't sit through all the way through because there was a point where I'm just like, yeah, okay, maybe I should turn this off. Because, like, it had two scenes with Superman. I was up to the second scene with Superman, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to turn it off and might get back to it later. I thought Kevin Spacey was alright as Lex Luthor from what I've seen, and again, sorry, but yeah, like, Brandon Routh was a good Superman. He looks like a young Christopher Reeve. But yeah, there's Superman Returns. I hope that the best Superman film is not the one that I find where it's like, it's entertaining the first half, but then when it kind of gets later on, I'm just like, oh, please make it stop. I hope that's not the best Superman film. Here we have Superman the movie. Da 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 da. I didn't like this film when I watched it on the T-Box. I wasn't a big fan of it. Here we have Joker. Haven't seen it yet. Apparently it's meant to be very sad and disappointing. It's ridiculous. So here we have the Dark Knight trilogy. It doesn't look like the Dark Knight trilogy, but it is. Yeah, Batman Begins. Haven't seen it. It's the Dark Knight DVD, but not in a case because It didn't come with a case. Because the exact same thing about the last video that I talked about Yamba, this happened with my dad's work this time. They just had the one disc. But, yeah, The Dark Knight there, one of my favourite Batman films, but my favourite Batman films of ever. Did we talk about them yet? No, we haven't. We still have them. Okay. And then The Dark Knight Rises I haven't seen. Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises I haven't. Dark Knight Rises I haven't seen. I like Christian Bale as Batman, but again, I don't love him. Alright, here we go. This is not a guilty pleasure. I actually love this film, but because it's so bad. Batman Robin. I love this film. Both this film and Batman Returns I grew up with. I grew up with the darkest Batman film and the lightest Batman film ever. Which is such a total change. Like, I saw Batman Returns first, and I loved it. I thought it got my first crush on Catwoman. This started my Catwoman crush, which Sean, Ben, Felix, if you guys remember my Catwoman crush back in Year 7, back in primary school, this is why it started. Batman Returns. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, sexy as hell. And this one, I thought this was a silly cartoon that was fun. It's a very fun film. Uma Thurman is sexy as Poison Ivy. Alicia Silverstone is hot. You know, I used to say this to Tuffrey, but it's not the best way to put it. The way the scenes, especially the suit-up scenes, are like superhero porn. Because you see the butt, and you see the crotch, and, like, it's ridiculous. It's so fun, but it's ridiculous. Then here we have Batman Forever, my favourite Jim Carrey film, because you put Jim Carrey in a Batman movie, of course it's going to be my favourite Jim Carrey film. But yeah. Have you ever shared a problem? Spank me! But yeah, Batman Forever, I love that film. Val Kilmer, great Batman. Tommy Lee Jones, terrible Two-Face. Jim Carrey, fantastic Riddler. I can't think of anyone else better to play the Riddler than Jim Carrey. Nicole Kidman, hot as hell on that. And Chris O'Donnell is pretty good in that one, even though they're not that great in Batman Robin. But Batman Returns, started my crush on Michelle Pfeiffer. I love Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I love Michael Keaton as Batman. I thought it was really good. My favorite Batman films are, of course, these ones. But the first Batman, I like. Well, I like it. I don't love it. It's boring at parts. I don't know why. Most of these, I get why people love Tim Burton's first Batman film, but to me it's just a little boring. I don't know why. Here we have, again, one of my favorite films to come out of the '66 show, Batman vs. Two-Face. They didn't use him in the TV series because they thought it would scare away kids and whatever. But even in animated form, Adam West and Burt Ward look good, and Julie Newmar looks hot. Even in this one, both this one and this one, Julie Newmar looks sexy as hell, and Adam West and Burt Ward still look good. But Batman Return of the King Crusaders, I remember seeing that in theaters, and it was hilarious, which I'm not going to tell I'm not going to tell a story on every single one of these. I'm just going to speed through these because otherwise it'll be a long friggin' video. Then, here we have the Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner Daredevil. Haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's awful. Curious to watch it. Alright. You know what, just to get this out of the way, let's talk about this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Ultimate Collection. I got this for Christmas one year. If you go back to part 1, I mentioned that I have volume 6 and 7. This has Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the original Fred Wolf cartoon. I need Season 5. But there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original cartoon. So here we go. Grace gave me this for Christmas. It's Billy Elliot. Haven't watched it yet. I'm curious to watch it. But, yeah. One of my favourite trilogies of all time. Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and 3. All three of them are hilarious. Or give them all a 10 out of 10, or 100 out of 100. They are all fantastic films. I love Pitch Perfect 1. I love Pitch Perfect 2 even more. I love Pitch Perfect 3 even more. I remember seeing this I remember watching it one day on Netflix with one of my cousins and my auntie. She hates Rebel Wilson. It almost made me laugh, but I didn't really want to laugh because they hate Rebel Wilson so much. So here we have my Kevin Hart comedies. We have Night School. I remember seeing this in the theater. It was fantastic. It was hilarious. Do I have to? Yeah, I do. I have both tickets in there. And it's the extended cut. I haven't seen the extended cut, but I hope that is there. Here we have the Jumanji films. These are so underrated films because none of my friends like Kevin Hart, and they don't really like them. It's ridiculous. They prefer Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey, even more than Kevin Hart, but I like Kevin Hart. Here we have the Ghostbusters Collection. So here we have an underrated film called Ghostbusters Answer the Call, aka Ghostbusters 2016. I thought that this was a great film. First Ghostbusters film I've ever saw. Thought it was hilarious. So, no matter if it's good or bad, it still has a nostalgia purpose with me, and I still like to watch it, and it's hilarious. Here we have the original two films, Ghostbusters, classic. Ghostbusters 2 sucks. Sucks ass. But it has cool moments. But, yeah. I can't have a soft spot for Ghostbusters 2. Here we have Daytime Collection, Daytime 1 and 2. Prefer Daytime 2 even more. Did I say Ghostbusters again? Let me try again. Here we have the Daytime films, Daytime 1, Daytime 2. Prefer Daytime 2 because it's Christmas and it's absolutely hilarious, and that's the one I saw first. But, yeah, I love Mark Wahlberg. I love him in the Transformers films, especially Age of Extinction. I thought The Last Night was absolutely shit. But here we have another Kevin Hart comedy with The Rock, Central Intelligence. I love this film. Extended cut. I need to try and find the extended scenes because I can't see any. I didn't see it in the theater, so I'm curious to check it out. Bruce Almighty, I watched this in class. It was hilarious. I remember quoting Jim Carrey constantly after watching this. And plus, you have Jennifer Aniston in it as well. She's amazing. After... Actually, wait. What year did this come out? Sorry that I'm looking at this. But this is the early 2000s. Maybe 2001? Maybe 2003 even? It doesn't say the year on here. Yeah, it doesn't say the year. It might have been 2003 maybe. I could be wrong, but... Hey, Jim Carrey's amazing. Jennifer Aniston is bloody hot, especially in Friends and that. Blended, my favourite Adam Sandler comedy. This and the Grown Ups films and Pixels are for my favourite Adam Sandler comedies, but Blended is always the top for me. American Pie 3-movie collection. Haven't seen these yet, but got them because apparently they're hilarious. Oh, here we go. Here we have the robot genre / Michael Bay. Here we have Power Rangers 2017. Love this film. I thought that this was a great reboot for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Sadly, we're not getting a sequel. Transformers Attack of the Moon. Haven't seen that. but got it because I won the first two, and it was a whole buy 3 for $20 or something. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Loved this film as a kid. Don't really like it now, but just because it's dumb, it makes absolutely no sense. Doesn't mean that it's boring. It's boring at some parts, but it's entertaining as well. The action is amazing. Well, is entertaining, and the opening of that just makes me go like, what? Because Optimus is seriously falling out of a body plane and transforming into Optimus Prime. That made me go like, yes! Like, seeing that opening and seeing all of that crazy stuff happen, I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous, but it's so good. Transformers, I've seen it when I got it on DVD. I'm terrible with my superhero films. Even with my superhero films, I'm shit with this. But, yeah, I like that. I think Bumblebee is the best one. I don't have Bumblebee yet, but I thought that was the best one. Okay, here we go. Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles Are the Shadows. Now, this, I'll quickly mention both, but I'll talk about these Michael Bay films. When you say Ninja Turtles to me, this is the first thing I get in my mind, in a good way. Because I love these films. I love the first one. I watched it recently. I thought it was entertaining as hell. I watched the second one, and I think it's even better than the first one because I love the Four Turtles fighting Bebop and Rocksteady on the big screen. But yeah, Ninja Turtles Are the Shadows. I saw this in the theater. One of my best theater experiences. Seen it with my friends. I have a photo of me and my friends outside of the Four Turtles, which is one of those couple of cutouts. I saw this one in the theater as well, surprisingly, at Yamba. And it had a really cool poster that I love, where the Turtles are jumping off a building with an explosion happening in the background. I love that poster. I want that poster, but also another cool poster is the standard green one, where they're all standing looking heroic and looking up. Turtles Forever, epic crossover between the 1987 cartoon and the 2003 cartoon that I talked about in part 1 of the video. Epic crossover. Had to get this if you're a Turtles fan. So here we have the CG animated movie. My friend loves this movie. I love it too. One of the first Ninja Turtles movie I ever saw, but my favorite lot. But the first one I still, when you mention Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I still think of the first one. And the first one is the first Michael Bay one's amazing. Here we have TMNT. It's amazing. It's fun. I love this film, but not as much as the Michael Bay ones. And here we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, most recently called Turtles in Time. I think this one is my favourite out of the original trilogy. Now, here we go why. One thing that I don't like, the costumes. Other than that, it's a fantastic film. It's even when they shift the joke to a different turtle, I don't mind that. I think this is a very fun film. This broke the chain of we're going to take down Shredder. Kind of the same with the Shadows. They kind of took Shredder away and did the whole thing with Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady, and I'm just like, well, this is kind of the same thing as Find the Shredder, but it's way better. So here we have the regular show. I got this for, I kid you not, for my birthday because the teacher was like, oh, well, I'll get him a TV show. I'll get him a DVD, but I'll get him the regular show, which I didn't watch at the time, but I just looked at it going, oh, cool. Sorry, my dad's at some, so I'm going to quickly speed through these. Here we have Toy Story 3, one of my favourite movies ever. Toy Story 3. I love Toy Story 4 even more so. Toy Story 2. Second favourite Toy Story film. Toy Story 4, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 1. 10th Anniversary Edition. 2 disc special edition. 2 disc set. one disc with, I guess, decent special features, but not great special features. So I'm going to speed through these. So Dolphin Tale 2, got this with my own money. Pretty Woman, got this for my mum, but I was like, hey, she's not putting it with her collection, I'll have it. Back to the Future, classic films. Loved the first one, loved the second one even more, third one. And here we are, Ready Player One. I love Ready Player One. It's a great video game movie with virtual reality, and has cameos from Ninja Turtles to Iron Giant to Batman to Joker, Harley Quinn, Batgirl. It has all my favourite characters in this, except for Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney characters. So here we have both of the widescreen editions of Tomb Raider. I don't have the new one, but I decided to get the Angelina Jolie one. Because I don't know, I've seen maybe the first one. I've seen one of them before. It might have been the first one that I've seen. But yeah, so there's that. Now here we get into more like thrillers. I haven't seen this one, but Focus. My dad has. He watched this and was like, oh, you should watch it. It's actually really good. But Margot Robbie and Will Smith, before they did Suicide Squad, I'm already done already. Because not only is Margot Robbie hot as Harley Quinn, but just look at the back. Look at Margot Robbie there. But there's that. Focus. And here we have Face Off with Nick Cage and John Travolta. And here we have Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, which Uma Thurman, she did this after Batman and Robin, which I don't mind Batman and Robin, but yeah, there's that, and Bill looks like Joel Schumacher, that directed Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Why? Anyway, but there's that. Then, here we go, my Scooby-Doo collection, then we'll get to my last few musicals. So here we have Scooby-Doo Loch Ness Monster, Scooby-Doo Green Goblin, and the Goblin King, love Goblin King, don't like Loch Ness Monster, Scooby-Doo Monster of Mexico, Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers, love Boo Brothers, don't like Monster of Mexico. Here we have Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood and Chill Out Scooby-Doo. Love Chill Out Scooby-Doo. Love Goes Hollywood. And then here we have the TV movies. We have Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster, the Extended Edition. Scooby-Doo The Mystery Begins.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.